Hey, true believers, Englentine here with another top 10 comic books sold to readers. Now, Comicron, that is the list that tells you what the shops are buying. This is the list that tells you what the people are buying from those shops. What the readers actually want. After this, we're going to go on over to Comixology and check out who wins the digital week. Is it DC? Is it Marvel? Maybe an independent company here will pick up a win. Never happened. Probably never going to happen. Now, these are the comic book shops that have participated. Split from Bleeding Cold. Take it with a grain of salt. If you're in their area, by all means, stop by, say hi, buy something, and don't forget, support your own local comic book shop. All right, now without further ado, let's get this party started. Beginning the countdown at number 10 is Avengers No Road Home, number 9. At number 9, we have Fair Lady, number 1. In the number 8 spot is Catwoman, number 10. At number 7, we have Web of Venom, Cult of Carnage, number 1. In the number 6 spot, you have Symbiote Spider-Man, number 1. Coming in at number 5 is Superman, number 10. At number 4 is Batman Detective Comics 1001. At number 3, The Amazing Spider-Man, number 19. Coming in the runner-up position at number 2 is Batman, number 68. And the only person who could unseat Batman from the number 1 position is Batman himself. The Batman Who Laughs, number 4, is at number 1 this week. Whoa, what a surprise. I am a big DC fan, so it's nice to see this every so often. They've been getting their butts kicked recently. In this case, it is 5-4 DC's favor for the hard copies. Not only that, but 4 of the top 5 belong to DC, including number 1 and number 2, of course, being Batman Who Laughs and Batman. Only Amazing Spider-Man managed to crack the top 5. So, hey, as a DC fan, yeah, Marvel's going to kick their ass next week. But for this week, of course, the DC fans can rejoice. Now, that's what I have to say about all of this. So before we go on over to Comixology to see who wins the digital week, let's take a stop and find out what the comic book shops have to say about all of this. Batman managed to take our top 3 spots this week, but somehow it wasn't the main title in the first. That honor went to Batman Who Laughs, affectionately dubbed Batman Who Rolf Copters this time around, which was a pretty big surprise. That said, though, it might entirely be due to the fact that we were shorted a little on Batman and Detective, and we've been sold out on the shelves since Wednesday. Symbiote Spider-Man did really well, as did Web of Venom, Cult of Carnage, which was also a little surprising since the rest of those Web of Venom books have been relatively lackluster in terms of sales. A lot of our sales were concentrated around a handful of bigger titles, though, with a lot less spread than usual. Then again, the weather has been abysmal, so it's keeping a lot of folks away. You know, now that I think of it, I don't go to the comic book shop too much on rainy days either. Seriously, that's just a weird thing. Well, I'm assuming it's rain and not snow this far into the year, but then again, I'm in Florida, and it turns 90 degrees in February. It's all symbiotes and Batman at the top half of the FFF weekly bestseller list. Batman Who Laughs took the top spot, closely followed by Web of Venom, Cult of Carnage, and Batman Regular, which were neck and neck in sales, with Carnage just barely squeaking ahead. Detective Comics and Amazing Spider-Man were then just behind those. Triple Batman in 1 week makes for a great Wednesday, especially hot on the heels of a hit book like Detective Comics 1000. There wasn't a whole lot of buzz around it initially, but we're still selling the various covers at a solid rate. Even without the direct involvement of Donny Cates, Carnage gets enough people pumped to be on board with a one-shot. The recent announcement of a Carnage-centric event doesn't hurt either. Symbiote Spider-Man definitely benefits from a few gorgeous covers for its first issue. We'll see if it can hold the numbers next month, though without the aid of Archum. I am not a huge variant cover guy. I really am not. I'm definitely not one to buy 2 different covers, but Archum, he does it. I have bought more than my fair share of his variant covers, to tell you the truth. Conan is surprisingly still selling well enough to crack the top 10 each time it comes out. We've even gotten a few subs out of the relaunch. I honestly could not have called that when they first announced he was returning to Marvel, especially after they announced multiple series. But here we are about 4 months in, and the titles are still going strong. Avengers No Road Home is actually getting a slight simmer and bump, with a few customers only picking it up because of Conan's appearance in the series. On the topic of anticipated books, we have Journey into Mystery, a War of the Realms tie-in that had a lot of buzz around it because of the writers. We had people who have never been in our store come in and ask about the book. A handful even asked us to hold a copy for them, and it sold well. But the initial hype around the book just didn't match the end result. I hope we'll sell more in trade, but the fact that we only sold about half of what we ordered does not inspire hope for the rest of the miniseries. Okay, I was wrong. I said nobody cares about War of Realms. Apparently, a couple of people care about War of Realms. I should have said, a couple of people do care about that and been more positive. My bad. I apologize. That being said, now I haven't read the last couple of issues just because of financial problems, but Conan, what I read up to, was kicking all sorts of butt, and absolutely enjoyed that. I haven't read the Avengers No Road Home. Maybe I'll do a is it really that good kind of thing for it. But yeah, hey, why not? Go Conan. War of Realms, Jim, I guess that's Journey into Mystery, did better than expected after getting burned by Marvel so many times with spin-off books that no one wants, needs. We played it cautious with this one. Too soon to tell if it's a curious beginning or if the readers will genuinely stick with all of these forthcoming miniseries books based off the main event. I remain doubtful. That's kind of funny to hear a comic book shop owner say anything about having doubts about the sales of War of Realms. If you listen to comic book fans and comic book readers, you would have no doubt on how this thing was going to sell. It's all bats and spiders this week. DC sort of overdid it with a spread shot of all the big Bat books this week. Both mainline titles with Batman and Detective alongside smash hit miniseries The Batman Who Laughs gave the Dark Detective almost complete domination of the top of the list. Marvel seems to have responded in kind with a slew of Spidey titles. Amazing Spider-Man managed to break up the Bat Party at the top of the list a bit, while Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and a new miniseries Symbiote Spider-Man helped to fill out the bottom of the list. The rest is pretty much usual suspects, with Catwoman continuing to sell well along the likes of Superman and Avengers No Road Home. For this week, there was a hype for the DC section. Die is slowly moving up the rank, as well as Fair Lady. Hopefully more non-hero comics join up the ladder. I guess the animals really did win the week this week. It's spiders and bats. Wait, don't bats eat spiders? Ha ha ha. Yeah. Hopefully that is a bit of a sign for a DC win on the digital week as well. So let's go on over to Comixology and find out who wins. At number 10, starting off the countdown, is Titans, number 36. Coming in at number 9 is Captain Marvel, number 4. In the 8th slot is Wonder Woman, number 68. At number 7 is The War of Realms, Journey into Mystery, number 1. Number 6 brings us The Flash, number 68. At number 5, we have The Amazing Spider-Man, number 19. Coming in at number 4, Batman Detective Comics 1001. In the number 3 spot, Superman, number 10. At number 2 is The Batman Who Laughs, number 4. And at number 1, making all things right in the world, is Batman number 68. Wow, kind of surprised. It's a bigger win for DC digitally than it is when it was hard copies. Wow, and you know what is kind of surprising? The Spider-Man books, except for Amazing Spider-Man, that were touted so much from the comic shops, nowhere to be seen in the top 10. That's something. And what's even a bigger surprise is people are still buying Captain Marvel. Although this time around it's got Rogue, and a lot of people wanted to see that Rogue Captain Marvel rematch in the movies, so why not get it here? Anyway, I have seen DC lose with a bigger lead because Marvel usually owns the back 10, but let's find out as we expand to the top 20 how this goes. At number 11 is Justice League Odyssey, number 8. It's now 8-3 in DC's favor. At number 12 is Marvelous X-Men, number 3. It is now 8-4, still DC's favor. At number 13 is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 5. It is now 8-5 in DC's favor. At number 14, Avengers No Road Home number 9. It is now 8-6, still DC's favor. At number 15 is X-23 number 11. Marvel is closing the gap. It is now 8-7. At number 16, DC makes another appearance with Hawkman number 11. It is now 9-7 in DC's favor. At number 17, X-Force number 6. Marvel makes it 9-8. And at number 18, we have Red Hood Outlaw number 33. DC makes it 10-8. Marvel can only tie at this point. Number 19 gives us the Wonder Twins, number 3, and DC wins the week. It is 11-8, and there's nothing Marvel can do about it, so the Invaders number 4 at number 20 does not matter. It is a DC win, and a handy win at that, considering 7 of the 11 books DC had in the top 20 digital comics were in the top 10. So, great win for DC, especially after last week's slaughter, but they didn't put out enough books to win. They really didn't, but go figure. This week, however, yeah, grand. As a DC fan, I really appreciate it. Hopefully, they'll continue because actually they've been getting their butts kicked quite a bit. There you go, gang. That's the countdown. What do you think? What's there that shouldn't be there? What isn't there that should? What are the books that you're like, dang, come on, man, buy this so they don't cancel it, like Terrifics or something like that. Yeah, you know, some of the good Age of Heroes books or something. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Yeah, but let me know in the comments below. Also, thank you very much to all the Patreon and Ko-Fi sponsors. Those are the names you're seeing pass by right here. If you don't mind helping out the channel, going over to Ko-Fi or Patreon, links in the description below. Drop $1 in the till. And if you like the video, click like, click share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and why not click on one of the boxes popping up right here saying, hey, check out this video as well. Cool things happen around these parts. You may enjoy them. Thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers. Thank you very, very much for watching. And I spoke too fast again. I got 5 seconds left with just dead air here.